Well, hello orchid people, this is Colin again, and as promised, my Zygopetalum Advance Australia has bloomed, and she has performed really well in the cycle. I am a little bit surprised because the root system looks a little bad from when I repotted it. And actually she was doing super well before I repotted her, but I kind of screwed up. I put her in a pot which has a lot of clay pot shards and inorganic medium, which works really well in a small pot, but in a big pot it's kind of bad because it's hard to tell when to water. And it's especially hard to tell when to water because there's a core of sphagnum moss. You see that? Most of these roots are alive. There's a few that are dead. But yeah, this core of sphagnum moss has been very problematic because in here it's too wet, but in all these other parts it's too dry. So it's kind of created the situation where my root growth has definitely stalled out. My newest growth is pretty fat. It's pretty plump. It's this one in here. It's kind of, I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, it's plump. It's definitely not as big as my older bulbs, pseudo bulbs, I should say. Excuse me. So yeah, she has a very wonderful fragrance. It smells a little bit like, oh, how do I describe it? Like lilac. It's not quite hyacinth. Hyacinth kind of smells more repulsive to me. It's still nice, but more chemically and a little bit repulsive. So yeah, it smells very nice. The fragrance is strong. It hasn't really perfumed my kitchen ever. It's kind of one of those smells I put my nose in to smell it. I don't know if it's because my humidity is really bad. FYI, Arizona's humidity right now is like 20%, so it's like super dry out here. And yeah, she has a lot of spots on her leaves. Again, not sure what's up with that. I don't know if it's a humidity thing. I don't know if it's because I'm letting the pot dry out too much. I did notice I started to get these when I used time-release fertilizer. So perhaps it was fertilizer burn. But in any event, my leaves look pristine for the first year and a half I had it, and then I switched to time-release fertilizer. That's about when things started to go wrong. So don't know if that correlation is causation or what is up with that. What else do I have to say about my Zygo? So my Zygos, I seem like I grow them like oncidiums, and what I mean by that is I give them tough love. I let them dry out completely, and as far as keeping them moist goes, how I keep them moist is I use more water retentive media. In this case, I was a little sparing on that, but she seems to be doing well. So that's my Zygo. I'm going to move on to some other things I have. Here's a look at the bulbs. They're wrinkled, but still ovoid, still kind of big. So anyways, I'm going to move on. My Brassivola Jiminy Cricket, still in really glorious bloom. My other bud opened up on her too. Here she is. And then I still have this bud elongating out. She smells wonderful at night. What I do with this one, I put it in a dark room without any lights on just to get the scent, because I go to bed too early for my lights to go off and experience the scent on that one. And I made all my guests yesterday smell her too, because she just smells so great. The Sherry Baby is in full bloom. She smells gloriously like chocolate, and it's a very strong scent, but I'm not really so sure it's a room filler. Again, might be my humidity, but yeah, that's my arm. For perspective, that's quite a few feet long in flowers, and I can smell her from here. But yeah, really nice plant. And I had a haul, so I'm gonna actually stop this video now, and I'm gonna make that haul video into a separate video, so stay tuned for that. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe. So have a nice one, and I'll see you in the next video.